Hi guys, I'm live. I'm burning my incense today. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm lighting it now. And there it goes. Oh, I think it's going. There, it blew out by itself, but it still lit the incense, so it's going. I do this. Hope they didn't just blow it out. Wait, let me try it again. There we go. Anyway, I do this for Fung Fi Fuido, who suggested I meditate and burn incense 5 minutes every day and then meditate. So this is to you, Fung Fi Fuido. And shout out to David Roth and Terrence and Little Alex and Charlie Blue Eyes and Foom and Peace Kai. I'm just going to chat a little bit. I don't know. I just thought I'd show you guys my incense burning today. What do we want to talk about? I'm looking forward to the David Roth gig. I really want to pull out all the stops if I'm going to be on stage with Billy Sheehan. So I don't just want to, by rote, only know the songs on Eat 'Em and Smile and what Steve played on those. I know there's going to be times, because I've played live before, LOL. There's going to be times when it's just me and Billy and I have to play something. It's not going to be always like, well, Steve did this, I'm going to play this solo now. Now, Billy, you play that. At some point, it's going to be, let's just jam for a second or 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. And you have to have your stuff down. You can't just be like, well, I only know the solos on the album. Well, the person that I'm most influenced by and who has actually played on stage with Billy and David, that is Steve Vai. So I went back and yesterday and actually relearned the solo to the hard tapping part of the solo to Bad Horsey yesterday, and that's the level I want to be at. I want to be like, let's just jam, Billy. I'm gonna, you think Steve's good? Watch this. I mean, and I don't just learn them note for note to say I play that. Isn't that great? I analyze it. I figured out why he played those notes, what key, what's he doing there. And then when it comes time for me to do something similar, I have the gist of it, so I can do it myself. Starting from what I know from Steve, I can build on it and make it my own thing. And that's the level. That's the kind of guitarist I wanted. That's the kind of guitarist I think needs to be on stage with Billy Sheehan and David Lee Roth. And I'm working on it. And so thanks for the extra time. Thanks going till May. I don't know exactly what happens at May, but that's 3 months. I'm still working on it. David Roth is my main focus of all the things I'm doing. And within that is Steve Vai and learning his playing and stuff. So I know it seems like I lose focus sometimes. You guys don't see me for a while, or I do something off the map a little bit or whatever. But I have many irons in my fire, so to speak. But I know my priorities at the end of the day. I know that David Roth and Billy Sheehan that's my thing right now. But I've got so many other things. I still got to learn Knock 'Em Dead Kid for Mick Mars, because we're going to go live with Wild Side, and I've still got. There's a duel I was supposed to do with somebody, but I don't know what he wanted me to do, and I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I'm not very. If he's right here, I'll do it, but I don't know how to do it when no one's here to tell me. Oh, he meant this, he meant that. I didn't know what to do, and I still have Fernando to do for Baz. I still have my Button Up Mondays every Monday. I still have my own songs I'm writing. I just wrote "I'm Rad" after writing Around, Hate the Hater, Face of Steel, Ode to a Tough Guy, and all that's just since I got hit in the face 5 weeks ago or whatever. And then I've got an interview I have things like doing an interview like I did yesterday with Nolving, and then I've got my own playing I'm working on. My shred videos is basically my daily practice. To be honest, that's what I do when I go to practice. I don't just practice. I do a video for you guys, and that's my daily practice. You're seeing me practice when I go live on my long jams. So, and I've got that, And then I've got my walking life. I walk around town. I don't have a guitar in my hand when I walk, but that's part of what I do. Walking is a lot of my inspiration ground. When I'm walking, I don't know. Time slows down for me because of relativity. I walk so much and so long over enough time that time flows differently when I'm walking than it does if I just sit here all day. Time will go too fast. I'll get edgy, which is supposed to be the name of I'm 18. It was going to originally be called I'm Edgy, but they changed it to I'm 18. Alice Cooper. But anyway, no, I can't just sit here all day and expect results. I have to get moving and go on my walk and do that and see the fans and on the road and everything. As in the cars and see them in person too, and give them the sign and all that. And I'm not trying to complain because I just don't. I just still have to juggle all these things, and I don't have infinite time to do each one totally great the way I could if I had infinite time. I enjoyed the interview, Noel Ving. I enjoyed that. That was a cool interview. Basically, I joked to somebody, and somebody asked me how'd the interview go. I said, he knows me, I know myself now. I mean, this guy's a good journalist. He gets everything out of me. He got my whole backstory, everything you name it is on that hour and a half interview. I mean, he knows me like the back of my hand, whatever. He knows me really well now, just from that interview. He's a good journalist. He knew what questions to ask and how to phrase it and how to let me talk or how to go on to the next question or not. And he did a good job. Interview Nolan. And I want to say too, I'm enjoying the way the comments are going lately. People are starting to actually. Oh, that was a bad reader calling. I'll talk to him later. He's gonna join the live anyway. I enjoy the way the comments are going now. Just when I got used to the hate and was ready to take it kind of more than I ever was, kind of like thinking, well, fine, all this acceptance, they started to turn around on me. I mean, people are actually giving me good advice, haters or no. People are saying, this is good you did, or try this and I try it, or do this video and I'll actually do it. It's turning around. It's turning a corner. Corners aren't, it's a process, but it's turning a corner where I'm actually listening to the comments and calling it like I see it, like I do. If I like a comment, I'll respond. I'll like it. I'll love it, and go on. And you guys are helping me. You guys are encouraging me and helping me give me direction. Someone said something about the jam I did this morning where I spoofed it. Bad Horsey. I wasn't trying to do I'm playing it, but I played around it. And someone said they liked that approach of doing some rhythm between the lead and not just playing all lead all the time. Put some rhythm in between it and make it short bursts of lead at times instead of just, I'm playing all rhythm now. Isn't that boring? Now I'm going to play all solos. That's kind of boring too. And mix the two up. And that was a good comment. And I said, thanks and food for thought. I'll try that. Things like that are actually helpful. And I appreciate the way the comments are going. People are actually starting to say, "Hey, When the other guy really made me feel for good was when someone said, "Well, he's starting to look at his playing here. He's starting to turn around. He's starting to, it's not too late to do your work, or never too late. And he's starting to look at his own playing. He's starting to reevaluate, and that encourages me to not only be encouraged, but actually make me want to continue reevaluating." Because that's really kind of what I'm doing. I'm deciding how I'm going to play and what I think of myself and just figuring myself out. I'm not the easiest person to figure out even for myself, but I appreciate the way the comments are turning around a little bit. I appreciate that. Not that I appreciate it. So. So this is my incense. Notice the fire is not, the flame is out, but yet the incense is still smoking. So someone said to do that, and I guess that shows how much I know about incense. But now I'm doing it correctly. It's actually, the fire isn't just burning out of it. But it is smoking, and that's cool. This interview is. I think this interview is very will really get people to get to know me better than they did before they watch it. This interview is really good with Noving. I mean, anyway, so and Steve Vai, if you're watching, or even if somebody says that I said this to Steve Vai, to me, I'm gonna say Steve Vai is my biggest influence right now. So I'm gonna analyze this in front of you guys. So let me just see how I figure Steve Vai, and I want to thank you, Steve Vai, for being you, because I'm getting inside your licks, and I like the way you play your licks and the way you tap, and I want to. It's going to become a part of me if it isn't already. The way you tap is just, oof, I like it. That's not all I do, because I do alternate picking also. I do sweep picking, and I do legatos. Well, not, but I have to say I would not feel comfortable on stage with Billy Sheehan if I didn't know how to tap. Like, really, if that wasn't part of my style, I would feel like, well, maybe I'm not the right person here. It's the tapping that makes me feel like I'm really synced in with the David Lee Roth band. It's not lots of people can alternate pick, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I love that. If I have to alternate pick just to tell myself I'm a guitar player. But really, the tapping is the David Lee Roth Van Halen sound, and more than just, more than most people, most bands, more than it would be true with most bands. Some bands would be like, "What are you tapping for, kid? Why don't you go home?" But with David Lee Roth, hey man, that's the coolest thing, But the way I see Steve Vai is there's like a triangle of three guitarists, and Vai's in the middle, a combination of all three. At the top is Eddie Van Halen. Vai's got some Eddie Van Halen in him. There's the rocker, the tapper, there's that. On this side is Jimi Hendrix. He's got some Jimi Hendrix in him. He's got some out there, let's do pot kind of vibe sometimes. And then down here is Frank Zappa. He's got this quirky, weird rhythm things and atonal kind of things sometimes, and jerky, weird stuff. And those three influences, and Vai's in the middle. He's like a combination of Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, and Frank Zappa. And all those great guitarists are great, but if you take Vai, he kind of borrows from those three. And I happen to like those three guitarists too. And I think, Steve, your style is right up my alley. And that's just my impression of Steve Vai as a player, and what his influences are to me. So I'm not trying to talk your ear off out here. I'm just burning my incense. I got a helicopter running above me. Sorry, let's just go by. There's a Taken tribute on the outtakes where there's a jet that goes overhead while Randy's playing D, and he goes, "There's a jet," Anyway, there's a plane, but and I'm not Randy Rhoads playing D, of course, but anyway, I love you guys. Peace, rock and roll.